Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Lexington High School for another edition of 2024 Blue Sox Baseball. Today's regular season interleague matchup features the visiting Brighton Braves of the Yawkey League and your 17-time ICL champion, Lexington Blue Sox. The Brighton Braves are led by manager Ted Tracy and enter the game today with a record of 9-7 through their 16 games. The Blue Sox are led by manager Rick DeAngelis and enter tonight's matchup with a record of 8 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie in their 12 games. Fans, we remind you to enjoy this game at your own risk and stay constantly aware of batted balls and other objects that can be put out of play. Additionally, we ask that all fans stick to the foundations of sportsmanship when cheering on their team. We default to the umpiring crew on any and all ejection decisions, and their decisions are final. Without further ado, Mr. Umpire, the field is yours. Gentlemen, when you are ready, let's play ball.
Sweet. We don't have their lineup yet, so.
I'm going to announce it as we go, first thing through. If I can get it to you quick, I will. Yeah, it's in his hand. Is it over?
Yeah.
And as Chris Del Sordo said, welcome to another edition of Lexington Blue Sox Baseball. Here on the Blue Sox Baseball Network on YouTube, Sam Feely here with you from Lexington High School, center field, Lexington, Mass. Interleague play as the Lexington Blue Sox at 8-3-1, first in the ICL, host the Brighton Braves at 9-7, second in the Yawkey League. Blue Sox, 2 wins in a row to finish out the first half of their season before the 4th of July break. 2 close wins, in fact. One over Palmer of the Park League, 5-3, and then 7-5 win over the Malden Mad Dogs at Maplewood on Tuesday night. Again, they led 5-0 with 6 outs to get. Mad Dogs nearly pulled even in the bottom of the 6th, but Ryan O'Rourke and company held off the last throws of that rally. They got 2 more insurance runs at the top of the 7th. They needed them as the Mad Dogs actually got the tying run on base and the winning run to the plate in the bottom of the 7th that game, but held on for the win, and they are leading the pack in the ICL at 8-3-1. The Braves 9-7, 1-1 against the Intercity League this season. Took a 12-0 shutout, I believe, at the hands of the Andre Chiefs in their first interleague game against the ICL, and then their only win against the ICL was a 10-9 come-from-behind victory over the Lexington Bulldogs, a game in which the Bulldogs actually scored 5 runs in the top of the first, but the Braves came roaring back, and they'll look to complete a sweep of the Lexington clubs here tonight against the Blue Sox. I'll give you the Braves starting lineup as soon as we get our hands on it. But Blue Sox, the bulk of their home schedule, Sam Finn working the bases tonight, the bulk of their home schedule already in the books. They only have 4 home games. This is the first of 4 to play in July. Couple of games, 1 game to make up, and another suspended game to resume against the Andre Chiefs, which was a home game for the Blue Sox, but we'll have to see how that gets completed as the Blue Sox take the field. The Trumpets. Not quite Mambo number 5, though. Matt Draper will toe the rubber for the Blue Sox to begin this one. His defense, left to right in the outfield, will be Ben Leonard, Nick Anderson, and David Vanderzowen. Third to first in the infield, it's Jake Zawatsky, Charlie Walsh, Anderson Jimenez, and Mitch McCabe. McCabe and Leonard actually were flip-flopped in terms of fielding defensive positions in the lineup initially, but a last-minute swap has Leonard in left and McCabe at first. And it's Max Dushny catching Matt Draper. Draper enters tonight third in the ICL in ERA and first in wins, 4-0 on the season. He also has the third most strikeouts at 28 behind Dan Shaw, the Expos, and Silas Reed of the Andre Chiefs. Draper last pitch on June 28th got the win in that close affair against the Palmer Club. Went 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and 7 Ks. He has exactly 7 Ks in each of his 4 appearances. Has won all 4, no decisions, not even any, let alone losses. Getting his first win of the season against the Sabres on June 5th, then being the Boston A's June 11th, and the Lexington Bulldogs June 17th. So this is Matt's first start in 10 days, and we'll see what he's got against the number 2 team in the Yawkey League standings, the Brighton Braves.
Number 27, Matt Draper. And leading off for the Braves, the shortstop, number 34, Ryan Lush.
Here is Ryan Lush to lead things off for the Brighton Braves. The shortstop, he will be followed by Terrence Moynihan, the third baseman, and Mike Richards, the center fielder. First pitch, a little ahead of schedule, 7:59 in there for strike 1. We are underway. Is your mic still on? Okay, I thought I heard you on the speaker for whatever reason. Okay, good. Just want to make sure. We've all been there. 0-2. Missed outside, 1-2 to the Braves leadoff hitter. .85 degrees right now, muggy. As that just missed the outside corner again, and it'll be 2-2. Lush playing only his 4th game of the season for the Braves, but a .444 average, but he foul tips that one into Dush's mitt for the first out of the ball game, a strikeout for Matt Draper. 1 down, 6 to go as far as Matt is concerned.
Now batting for the Braves, the third baseman, number 3, Terrence Moynihan.
Here's the third baseman, Terrence Moynihan. And Draper misses inside for ball 1. Moynihan playing in his 9th game of the season, 214, 333, 321, his slash line as he takes that on the outside corner for a strike to even the count at 1. Moynihan has 6 hits, 3 of which are doubles, and 4 walks to only 2 strikeouts. And a little basket catch. On to first anyways. It bounced that high, huh? And again, get thrown off by the launch angle, seeing Matty pursue it. But 2 up, 2 down.
The center fielder, number 24, Mike Richards.
Here is Mike Richards, the Braves center fielder. And Draper blows a fastball by him for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. Richards, 1327 OPS, 2 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, 13 ribbies, and 12 walks to 7 strikeouts. And 13 out of 14 in stolen base attempts. However, he's now behind 0-2 after fouling that one off. Richards has 6 hits in his last 4 games. Smokes this one the other way to right, backing up towards the wall, towards the corner, and somehow able to haul that in at the very last moment was Mrs. Vanderzowen's baby boy, David Vanderzowen, for the out that retires the side. 1-2-3 go the Braves in the top of the first. So, as we switch sides here, we'll tell you about the Blue Sox starting lineup in full. We'll give you the Braves full starting lineup as soon as we can. Just putting it all into the scorebook and everything. Ben Leonard, I actually mentioned the defense line. Here's the order, though. Ben Leonard leading off in left field, followed by David Vanderzoun in right, Nick Anderson in center, Julian Alvarez is the DH, Mitch McCabe is at first, Max Dushny is behind the plate, Anderson Jimenez at second, Jake Sawatsky at third, and Charlie Walsh rounding out the lineup at short. You saw Matt Draper on the mound, and I guess the Braves better call Saul tonight. Saul Johnson Green is going to get the start on the mound for Brighton. I'm sure he hasn't heard that one a million times before. Are you looking for the YouTube link? YouTube.com/@BlueSoxICL. So, Johnson Green making his 5th appearance of the season. He is 1-0 with 1 save and a .955 ERA in 11 innings of work. He's allowed 18 hits, 16 runs, 15 of which are earned, walked 8, struck out 15, surrendered 1 home run, hit 2 batters, thrown 4 wild pitches, and committed 1 balk. His lone win came against the Braves' crosstown rivals, the Brighton Black Sox, back on June 7th, going 5 innings, allowing 6 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts, and 6 hits. He logged 3 innings against the Lexington Bulldogs, and that come-from-behind win on June 12th. 3 innings, 10 hits, 9 runs, 8 of which are earned, walked 4, struck out 6, surrendered 1 home run. And that was also the game where he committed the 1 balk to his name so far. Here is Ben Leonard to lead things off in the bottom of the first for the Blue Sox. And he takes ball 1 up and away. 1-0 is the count to Ben Leonard. Read the top line. It is 1-1. Blue Sox as a team, their ERA is .257 on the year. And read the second line. It is 2-2. Oh. Camera getting a little bit of abuse already tonight. Not even through 1 full inning. This isn't a recurring theme. And Leonard able to watch that one drift outside. Count is full. Leonard playing in his 8th game of the season. .500 average, 1288 OPS, 1 double, 1 triple, and 7 ribbies. Fouls that one off on Worthing Road. Already we have an official broadcast and nearly took out both a pedestrian and their dog. Oof. Yeah. Well, no animals were harmed in the making of this baseball game. Thank you. 3-2. Popped up into shallow center. Late break by the center fielder, but he will hold in for out number 1.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the right fielder, number 46, David Vanderzoun.
And speaking of a late break on a fly ball, that was definitely a late break that David Vanderzoun got on that last out of the top half of this inning, but able to haul it in and prevent the Braves' best hitter from getting extra bases, and takes one between the shoulder blades there, and he'll be aboard with 1 out. No way to treat Mrs. Vanderzoun's baby boy, right? So DVZ will up his .318 on base percentage there with that hit by pitch. The first time he has been plunked this year, in fact. This will be smacked into left center field, and that'll carry all the way on 1 hop to the fence. Nearly ricocheted off the fence and out of play, but it'll be a stand-up double for Nick Anderson, continuing his absurd road to the show rookie difficulty statistical season.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the designated hitter, number 25, Julian Alvarez.
So here is Jules. Oh, man, Joel's already getting chirped. It's my job, man. So Anderson just picked up his second double to go along with 3 triples and 2 home runs. OPS of 1435 entering play. Alvarez behind 0-1. 867 OPS with 3 doubles and 7 ribbies, but he is quickly behind 0-2. And he's going to step out for a moment and try and recalibrate here, quickly falling behind Saul Johnson Green. 0-2 the count with 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position. That'll be low. Count will be 1-2. Braves went 1-2-3 in the top half. Blue Sox looking to put up a crooked number here in the bottom half. It'll be a grounder the other way. Should be enough to get the job done for an RBI for Jules. There will be 2 down, and scoring from third is Vanderzowen. Up to third on the play goes Anderson. 1-0 Blue Sox. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 52, Mitch McCabe.
Well, here is Mitch McCabe, who absolutely nuked one last Tuesday night at Maplewood to help the Blue Sox put up a crooked number the first inning against the Mad Dogs, eventually pick up the 7-5 victory. He's behind here 0-1. And behind 0-2. McCabe with a 1278 OPS in 6 games entering play. 3 doubles, 1 homer, and 8 ribbies. That is in the dirt for ball 1. So Alvarez picking up the RBI and the grounder to second. His 8th ribby of the season. And McCabe able to hold up there, and it is 2-2. The capabilities of this top half of the Blue Sox order for Johnson Green. If he can get through this inning with just the 1 run allowed, that would be a huge win for the Braves. And he does just that. A swing and a miss by McCabe, and the side is retired. The Blue Sox get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and leave 1. We're through 1, 1-0 Blue Sox.
We head to the top of the second inning. The Lexington Blue Sox 1, the Brighton Braves 0. 2 up for Brighton. Stephen Walsh, Brendan Kelly, and Theo Sox.
So, now we've gotten through the first inning. Here's the full Brighton Braves lineup. So Ryan Lush leading it off at short, followed by Terrence Moynihan at third and Mike Richards at center. Stephen Walsh is the DH. Brendan Kelly is in right. Theo Sox is at second. Alex Klapis is at first. Kyle Hurley is behind the plate, and Owen Levine rounds out the lineup in left. First of 4 games in 4 days, weather permitting, for the Blue Sox this week. I'll be back at Maplewood tomorrow night to take on the Stoneham Sabres. And Wednesday night, they're back here to host our good friend Ed Neal and the Boston Padres of the Park League. And they'll close out the night again, close out the week against another Park League opponent, the EI Braves, over at Cleveland Circle. So that's what's to look for Blue Sox this week. We'll not have a live stream, alas, of the game on Thursday at Cleveland Circle. Unfortunately, no accessible power outlets at Cleveland Circle, and I'm having a devil of a time getting my hands on a
Newest member of the Yawkey League's 400 hit club, designated hitter number 33, Stephen Walsh.
I have to get my hands on an inverter, but Stephen Walsh, who Chris just let us all know is the newest member of the Yawkey League's 400 hit club, takes ball 1. Grounder to the left side, and it takes a bloodbath of a hop, then barehanded, and they got him! Are you kidding me? Oh, that is no way to treat a Yawkey League legend. Come on, man. One down. Just your run-of-the-mill 5-6-3 put out for out number 1. Come on, man. Oy. Well, Chris, that's baseball for you. Hush, boy, you'll anger the overlords.
He was nice to me earlier.
0-2 the count. Fouled off. 0-2 to Brendan Kelly. I promise, folks, I'm still here, unfortunately. Nobody's gotten the vaudeville cane on me yet. 1-2 the count to Kelly. Oof. Close one, 2-2. The Brave. Look. I understand his initials are BK, but they are this close to start to singing. Can you not, Chris? Do we owe royalties to the Burger King Corporation if anyone starts doing that? 2 down, as that's cotton foul territory.
Now batting for the Braves, second baseman, number 11, Theo Sox.
All right, Theo Sox will step to the plate. Can you tell we've been off for a while? That's the first. Theo Sox entering play at 263 average, 654 OPS. Foul tips this one into Dash's. Correct. I was reading Hurley's line there. 278 average and a 983 OPS for Theo, but he is behind quickly here. 0-2. You people mean the world to me. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Theo Sox, 1-2-3. Go the Braves in the top of the second through a buck and a half. 1-0 Blue Sox.
And leading off the bottom of the second, catcher, number 7, Max Dushney.
Dushney, Jimenez, and Zawatsky do up here in the bottom of the second for the Blue Sox, and Dush takes outside for ball 1, 1-0. Two and 0. to the Blue Sox catcher. Dush got the green light there, but fouled it off. Still ahead here. 2-1, playing in his 8th game of the season. .231 average, .704 OPS. No extra base hits, but 4 ribbies and 5 walks. Fly ball into center field, and that'll be tracked down by Richards for out number 1.
The second baseman, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
So the bottom of the second begins the same way as the bottom of the first, with a fly out to center. Here's AJ. Anderson Jimenez at 194 with 6 hits, 2 doubles, 2 ribbies, 6 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Oof. Close one, but it is the ball. Oh, let there be light. Fouled off. Two and one is the count to Jimenez. Swing and a miss, and it'll be 2-2. Johnson Green wearing number 45. Sure, anyone who's grew up as a pitcher during the Red Sox return to greatness at the turn of the millennium want to wear number 45, they could. Full count. Swing and a miss.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the third baseman wearing number 11, Jake Zawatsky.
Second strikeout for Johnson Green, and it'll be up to Jake Zawatsky to try and keep the line moving. And that'll be downstairs. 4-1. Zawatsky playing in his 6th game as a batter, does not have a hit yet, but does have 3 walks. I mean, 375 on base percentage is nothing to sneeze at. 2-1. Green picking up the pace a little bit here, and he misses up and in, 3-1, with Charlie Walsh due up. Both Zawatsky and Walsh, though, wearing number 11 tonight, so that might be an issue. I don't know. Especially considering they're playing the left side of the infield, can get them easily confused. But there will be a fly ball into foul territory on the right side, and caught for the out. That retires the side. 1-2-3 go the Blue Sox. 1-0 hosts after 2. All right, so Alex Klebus will lead things off here at the top of the third, bottom third of the order, due up for the Braves.
First baseman, number 12, Alex Klebus.
Klebus swings at the first pitch, fouls it off into first base side, and able to stick with it and make the catch is McCabe for out number 1. It's 1 pitch, 1 out. Klebus is retired.
Now batting for the Braves, the catcher, number 13, Kyle Hurley.
And I'll bring up Kyle Hurley, the catcher. Hurley 5 for 19 on the season. This is 10th game, 263 average, and a 654 OPS with no extra base hits and 4 ribbies. We are, in fact, in the top of the third. Just hadn't updated the score bug yet there, but 0-2 the count to the Braves catcher. Little slow roller to short. On to first. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Owen Levine, the left fielder.
The left fielder, number 4, Owen Levine.
Levine playing in his 11th game, 222 average, 694 OPS. His on-base percentage is .417. 1 double and 3 ribbies plus 5 walks, and he's behind 0-1. Oh. A little extra oomph on that fastball there from Draper with the quick pitch, and Levine able to react in time to spoil it. And umpire going out to the mound to Draper to try and rein him in a little bit. It is something he likes to do quite often. You got to appreciate, the Mark Burley speed runners. Even in, a 7-inning league. Well, who needs time, right? Strikeout number 3 for Draper. He has set down the first 9 in order. We're through 2.5. 1-0 Blue Sox.
No runs on no hits, no errors, and no runners left on.
Well, we are in the middle of a pitcher's duel here. 1-0 our score, bottom of the third. Just 1 hit allowed by either side, and it was Nick Anderson's double. And didn't even bring in a run, but it got Vanders down to third and led to the only run we have so far, 1-0 Blue Sox. Charlie Walsh, Ben Leonard, and David Vanders down to up here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left for the Blue Sox. 0s across for the Braves. Foul off behind us, and the count will move to 2-2. That sounded worse than it did.
Oh, no, that was the bullpen pitch.
Oh, I was going to say. Do love to hear the smack of a fastball hitting the pitcher's mitt. And nice little breaking ball there, but Walsh able to spoil it. Blue Sox like to get some separation sooner, I would imagine, than later here. So if Charlie can get a hold of one and drive it to Candy Mountain, that'd be great. Candy Mountain, Charlie. The only one involved with it, watching or involved with this game, who understands that reference. Then again, a couple days ago, one of the. Okay, fair enough. And like a couple days ago, as that is swung on and missed for Johnson Green's third K. A couple days ago, was reminded of Lowell Spinner's game. I worked for the Lowell Sun, and they had the most lo-fi possible recording of Coach Z saying "Great Jorb" on the Lasher Park Tron in response to a play, and I absolutely lost it in the press box, and everyone looked at me like I was on something. But relax, Grandpa. It's called dark humor, right? 1-0 the count to Ben Leonard. Not exactly, not at all. Seriously, like Homestar Runner just never really touched anything, serious ever. I feel like, the Brothers Chaps might be the two celebrities us millennials would feel the most betrayed by if we found out they were problematic somehow. I don't know.
Actually, yeah. Trust is hard to earn. They have it.
Them and Mr. Rogers, I would say.
Fred, my homie, my brother.
And Leonard draws a walk.
Now batting the right fielder, number 46, David Vanderzauer.
So Leonard reaches for the first time. Ends a string of 6 in a row retired by Johnson Green. And here is Vanderzauer, who was hit with the very first pitch he, I guess, didn't see. Back in the bottom of the first, eventually came around to score, was thus far the game's only run. Swinging at this one, fouls it into the right side. Is that in play is a question. It is. Yep. Very close to that pathway that is technically out of play, but there is catch and carry if that applied, but he was fully in the eyes of the umpires. So Vanderzauer is retired, 2 down, and here is Anderson. Oh, nearly got him there. Kleypas is playing off of and in front of the first base bag, but they nearly got Leonard on the pickoff attempt there. Leonard dancing off of first as that misses for ball 1. Anderson again with the double his last time up, the only hit so far in this ball game. Runner at first, 2 down in a 1-0 ball game. Blue Sox on top. Leonard goes, pitch is popped up the other way into left field and hauled in on the run for the out that retires the side. Great effort by Owen Levine to prevent that one from getting down close to the line and potentially setting up another second and third situation for Alvarez. Still 1-0 Blue Sox after 3. Go to the top of the fourth. It'll be the top third of the order. Due up for the Brighton Braves, Lush, Moynihan, and Richards. Lush struck out swinging to begin the ball game. We're 3 innings in, and we just hit the 35-minute mark. Love to see it. We'll see if either offense can try and work the count a bit more here. And it's only a 1-0 game, remember. Blue Sox had a chance to break it open in that top of the first, and oh my goodness, that foul ball got Dush pretty good.
Want to throw a couple minutes?
I don't know if Dush ever played hockey, but he's a hockey player, that's for sure. I mean, you got to be tough even if you never played hockey to play catcher, obviously. And he didn't even need a couple warm-up tosses. He's good to go. 0-2 the count. Fouled off. No chance for McCabe. Rattles off the bleachers over at Harold Crum Field, and we'll do it again at 0-2. Oh, 0-2 the count. Again fouled off. Couple of late swings here by Lush, but lucky to make contact. And hey, off the bat it sounds good. You time it right, it could go a long way if he gets a hold of another one of those. And this will be a bouncer to the right side, and it nicks off of Jimenez's glove. First base runner of the ball game for the Braves.
Now batting for the Braves, the third baseman, number 3, Terrence Moynihan.
Yeah, with the leadoff man, and it's carrying you towards center, away from first base. Well, get it out of the way now, right? Get out of your system now. 3, 6, 1. No, not in time. So the Braves do get their first hit, but still runner on first, now 1 out. The 3-6 fielder's choice. So Moynihan is 0 for 2, but he is on base. And here is Mike Richards. Looked like Draper basically missed the first base bag with his foot as he hauled in the ball, trying to touch it.
I can't believe he got there. It was shocking to me that he closed the gap to the base in time, too. But yeah, I think he just missed it. It was tough.
He was like kind of in between whether McCabe was going to get back in position to do a 3-6-3 there. And, I mean,
We've already seen
5-6-3. 5-6-3. I mean, better that than, the ball going out of play and having a runner in scoring position, right? Let's see what Richards can do about that here with a 1-ball count. Runner goes, pitches a fastball inside, throw down to second, is in time. Dush did it again.
He's fine. He is a hockey player.
Catch your pop time, Quirk. The clinic that Blue Sox catchers have put on this season, throwing base steals, not just Dush. It is something to behold. Read line 3, 2-2. And it's not like it was historically a glaring weakness of the Blue Sox. There have been some great base stealers over the years in the Intercity League for other teams, like Kyle Levine of the Watertown Reds. I mean, what are you supposed to do about him no matter how good your catcher is? But this year in particular, the Blue Sox catching core has been phenomenal at that, and the first indication, again, go back and watch the VOD of the Kettleers game. These guys were nailing MLB draft prospects. A called strike 3, and even though the no-no and perfecto are no longer in the picture, Draper still able to face the minimum in that top of the 4th. We are halfway home, 1-0 Blue Sox.
Leading off the bottom of the 4th, the designated hitter number 25, Julian Alvarez.
Alvarez, McCabe, and Dush need to lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th. This game keeps rolling right along as Johnson Green misses down and away for ball 1 to Alvarez. So the teams are now even in the hit column at 1. In the run column, still 1-0 Blue Sox. Thanks to this man, Alvarez, on a ground out to second with runners at second and third all the way back in the bottom of the 1st. He's now ahead 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to begin the inning issued to King Julian. That is the first time tonight the Blue Sox have the leadoff man aboard. So we'll see if getting Johnson Green into the stretch sooner increases the Blue Sox odds of extending this lead. I mean, anytime Mitch McCabe is at the plate, your odds are pretty good. He's behind, though, 0-1 after striking out swinging to end the bottom of the 1st. 0-for-1 McCabe here. Runner at first, nobody out. Popped up down the third base line, losing his cap, losing sight of the ball. It's a fair ball.
There's a hit. Second hit.
Well, is it? I mean, nobody touched it, right? So gotta be. All right, well, whatever ups the old batting average, right? First and second, as Mitch McCabe, a little jam shot into the Bermuda Triangle down there, and first and second for Dush. Gonna see him swing away here. He's gonna try and lay one down. Johnson Green delivers, and it is high for ball 1. Well, Dush already got the worst of a foul ball in the top half. You don't want to see a fastball coming up to your dome right there, right after that. 1-0 the count. Dush flew out to center his first time up. Dush able to hold up, but it is a called strike, and it is 1-1. Alvarez at second and McCabe at first with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. That's on the outside corner, strike 2. Now, getting Dush here be huge. And basically tried to get the same spot he did the last 2 pitches, but unsuccessful. 2-2. First baseman playing in here. And he'll be fouled off. First baseman Clapes, by the way, not Clapus. I thought it was Clapus. I remember the first time I did PA for the Blue Sox, I announced Pete Frates as Pete Frates. And so, in my mind, that's what happened. That's how names like that are always pronounced. Beans and grapes, what jokes and clapes I'll play. I need a telephone line, a hawk, and the biggest rat you've ever seen. Full count. Popped up into foul territory. There's Clapes for you. One down.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, second baseman, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
Here's Jimenez, who struck out swinging his first time up as part of the only 1-2-3 inning so far for Johnson Green. Jimenez with another pop-up, but this one will get out of play. And the count will be 0-1. Last thing you want to do here if you're the Blue Sox is get the first two on and not get anything out of it. Nobody warming right now for the Braves. Like to continue to apply the pressure here on Johnson Green, see if he can sound the alarm bells in their bullpen. Here's a grounder to short. Alvarez able to sidestep it to second. It was muffed by the second baseman. The bases are loaded. So the E4 is going to load the bases.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the third baseman, number 11, Jake Zawatsky.
So here's Zawatsky, who popped up to first, his first time up to end the second. A chance to extend the Blue Sox lead here as the corner infielders come in with the bases loaded and one out. Zawatsky into center field will be deep enough. Oh, it was dropped! It was dropped by the center fielder, and everyone's going to be safe. That is a brutal one there for the Braves. Another error.
Number 11, Charlie Walsh.
I mean, with the drop, the hesitation could at least freeze the run that maybe could get a fourth. They didn't even get that. And here is Charlie Walsh, who takes ball one. Swing and a miss by Charlie, and the count is 1-1. This inning could be over. Instead, a run is home. The bases are still loaded. But again, floodgates haven't completely opened yet, and there's still time yet for Saul to find the road to Damascus here. Pop foul now to play on Worthen Road. McCabe at third, Jimenez at second, Zawatsky at first. 1-2 to Walsh. Here it is. Inside quarter, strike three called. Huge strikeout there for Johnson Green. His fourth K. Second time Walsh has gone down on strikes. And the lineup will turn over for Ben Leonard. Fly out to center in the first and a walk in the third. Inside corner, strike one. When you see the catcher reach across that much, it's hard to imagine that could ever be a strike, but that did look like a good spot regardless. And now, Johnson Green is one strike away from getting out of this one. Again, just the one run allowed. If can pull a Houdini act here, and he does. A swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Ben Leonard, well, after so many blowouts that the Blue Sox had either been on the winning or losing end of this year, they've played, what, now their last 3 games have all been decided by 1 or 2 runs. And now here they are with a 2-0 lead after 4, one that could very easily be much larger. We'll see if Ryan O'Rourke can keep the Braves at bay in the top of the 5th.
Of the 5th for the Braves, designated hitter, number 33, Stephen Walsh.
Ryan O'Rourke takes over on the mound for the Blue Sox after 4 innings of 1-hit ball by Matt Draper, allowing that, again, just that 1 hit, no runs, facing the minimum and striking out 4. O'Rourke sends out one of the backstop. The count is 1-0. So O'Rourke coming off an uncharacteristically shaky relief outing in the win over the Mad Dogs last Tuesday. 1-1 is the count. Went 2 innings and allowed 5 hits and 5 earned runs with 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Surrendered a home run. The Blue Sox needed every one of the runs they got in the end to hang on to that win. There's a grounder to second. Jimenez, low throw on to first, but McCabe able to follow it for out number 1. So Walsh grounds into a much more routine 4-3 put out there for out number 1. And here is Brendan Kelly, the right fielder, who popped up to third his first time up. We will adjust the brightness on the camera between innings as O'Rourke gets BK to swing and miss there, 0-1. O'Rourke, 5.83 ERA. Yeah, those 5 runs in 2 innings after allowing no runs in his 3 previous outings and 4 previous innings this season. Two strikes on the Braves right fielder. O'Rourke pitched 50 innings for the Blue Sox in 2021 in the regular season, did not allow a home run. He has since, in the 30 innings he's pitched since, he's allowed 3 home runs. But only allowing a home run every 10 innings is still not a bad ratio at all. Tied him up inside, and Kelly is down on strikes, 2 down.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Theo Sox.
Of course, O'Rourke with one of the best pitching seasons in ICL history in his first year with the Blue Sox in 2021. Went 8-0 with a .420 ERA. Nice. I am 36 years old. I'm an adult. 50 innings, 22 hits, 5 runs, only 3 of which were earned, walked 12, and struck out 94. That was in 2021. Two and 1 is the count to Theo Sox, who struck out swinging his first time up. Oh, by the way, at the plate in 2021, Ryan also had an OPS of 948. Two and 2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down in order, go the Braves. 2 Ks in the inning for a work. We're through 4.5. Still 2-0, Blue Sox. A strike taken by David Vanderzaan to begin the bottom of the 5th, with Saul Johnson Green still out there for the Brighton Braves. Grounder to third. A little bit of a bobble there. Throw on to first. Not in time. Sam Finn said the first baseman, Clapes, slid off the bag stretching for it. As an E5, that would be the 3rd error committed by the Braves tonight, and all 3 coming in the last 2 innings. So here is Nick Anderson, who takes up and away for ball 1. Anderson with a double and a fly out to left on his line score tonight. Oh, wow. Uncontested. David Vanderzaan with the stolen base. So runner in scoring position and a hitter's count here for Nick Anderson, who hits a fly ball into right field, which will be caught to third. Standing up is Vanderzaan, 1 out in the inning.
The designated hitter, number 25, Julian Alvarez.
Here's Alvarez, ground out to second in the first, which brought home Vanderzaan for the first run of the ball game, and then walked on 4 pitches, leading off the bottom of the 4th, and scored run number 2. Looking for RBI number 2 of the ball game here. Down low for ball 1, 1-0. Alvarez scored that run on a fly ball to center by Zawadzki that was botched by the Braves center fielder, and that ball gets away from the catcher and into scores Vanderzowen to make it 3-0. Well, small ball is how you got to win games sometimes. Not everything can be a slugfest. 3-0 the count to Jules. May not get RBI, but he might pick up another walk here. Ball 4, another 4-pitch walk drawn by Alvarez.
The first baseman, number 52, Mitch McCabe.
So Alvarez is aboard, and here is Mitch McCabe. Struck out swinging in the first and picked up a single in the fourth. Again, Clave's the first baseman playing in front of the bag here with the runner on. McCabe, another towering fly ball to left, but this one's going to stay in the park. Being hauled in for out number 2. Yep.
Now batting for the Blue Sox.
That one is staying in every park, including Maplewood. So McCabe is 1 for 3, and here is Dushney. Fly out to center and a pop up to first. To his credit so far, 0 for 2. Blue Sox don't have a hit yet, but have picked up another run to make it 3-0. Dush takes down away for ball 1. In the top of the 6th, the Braves will have the bottom third of the order due up: Clapes, Hurley, and Levine. Blue Sox have just 2 hits tonight. 3 runs, 2 hits. Go figure. No runs and 1 hit so far for the Brighton Braves. A game that feels a little more lopsided than what the stats might indicate. Although at times it's also felt closer than that. Yeah. Blue Sox getting second and third, 1 out in the first, only getting the 1 run. And then first and second, nobody out and bases loaded, 1 out in the fourth and only getting 1 run. Got the leadoff man here. Got the leadoff man on here for the second consecutive inning, and he comes home eventually, but obviously the pitching tonight from the Blue Sox has been pristine to this point. Just the 1 hit allowed. The leadoff base hit in the top of the fourth by Ryan Lush. We got a full count here, and Alvarez will be on for the pitch. But you know, the pitching's been great, and you have a 3-run cushion. Can't take anything for granted, and you need to be able to cash in on these opportunities when they present themselves, regardless of the opposition or what the score is. Obviously, after all those, like I said, after all those blowouts, much of the first half this season, each of the Blue Sox last 3 games has been decided by 1 or 2 runs. Won each of the last 2, looking to make it 3 in a row here. Payoff pitch. Again fouled off by Dushney. Got the worst of a foul ball in that top of the fourth. Shook it off, threw out a would-be base stealer. Now having a good battle here in the bottom of the 5th to try and keep this inning moving for the Blue Sox offense. Try to get a little more separation from the Brighton Braves of the Yawkey League. 3-2 again. That's on the outside corner for strike 3 called, and the side is retired. The Blue Sox, again, pick up 1 run on no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We are through 5, 3-0, Blue Sox. Clapes, Hurley, and Levine due up here in the top of the 6th. Ryan O'Rourke back out there for the Blue Sox. Clapes pops this one up, fouling out of play for strike 1. No runs, 1 hit, 3 errors, and nobody left for the Braves. Last inning. This is second. This is top of the 5th. To start at the top of the 5th. So Draper went 4. Yep. Oof, close one. That's a ball. 1-1. Yeah, no runs, 1 hit, 3 errors, and nobody left for the Braves. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 6 left for the Blue Sox. Again, baseball is weird. It's chaotic. It symbolizes nothing, but it's also beautiful. Waxing philosophical over here at the broadcast table. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Clapes is down. Or the third consecutive strikeout, in fact, for O'Rourke. Here is Kyle Hurley, ground out to short, his first time up. Just past the hour mark here in the top of the 6th. And it'll be down and in for ball 1. Draper went the first 4 innings, retired the first 9 in order. A base hit by Lush broke up the no-no and the perfecto, but was forced out on a 3-6 fielder's choice. And then Moynihan, who reached on that fielder's choice, was caught stealing, and then Richard struck out looking. So over the course of his outing, Draper did in fact face the minimum. 4 innings, 1 hit, no walks, no runs, and 4 Ks. With a strikeout to end each of his last 3 innings. And speaking of strikeouts, 4 consecutive Ks now for Rhino. 2 up, 2 down. And here is Owen Levine.
Number 4, Owen Levine.
Levine with a strikeout looking to end the top of the 3rd, his first time up. O'Rourke comes set and the pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. In the bottom of the 6th, the Blue Sox will have Jimenez, Zawatsky, and Walsh due up. A swing and a miss by Levine. 2 strikes the count on him. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Owen Levine, Ryan O'Rourke strikes out the side in order. 5 consecutive Ks for Rhino. We are through 5.5. Blue Sox up 3-0.
For the Blue Sox, second baseman, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
I know I promised that I'd adjust the brightness of the camera, folks, but a lot of housekeeping back here. But we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Anderson Jimenez swings at the first pitch. Pop up behind second, caught for out number 1. And now a very special moment for Chris Del Sordo.
Entering
29, Justin Bosland.
This is Justin Bosland, current player for the Northeastern Howland Huskies, where Chris does PA as well. Bosland pinch hitting here for Jake Zawatsky, who finishes the night 0 for 2 with a sac fly RBI. And time called so the umpire can brush off home plate. Well, welcome to LHS. That's how this is the nature of the beast, my friend. Get used to it. A strike will make it 1-1 to Bosland. Bosland played in 20 games for the Huskies this year and had an OPS of 931. Comes up empty. 1-2. Able to take outside there for ball 2. Five doubles, 3 triples, and 10 ribbies, and 10 for 10 in steals for the Huskies this season was Bosland. That was only in 20 games. Yeah, he was injured for much of this season for Mike Lavin and pals. It really is amazing how, a seemingly, minor Division I program can compete at such a high level, especially out of the Northeast, too. Like, the nature of the beast for, as I've discussed before, for college and high school baseball in this part of the country is that you don't get a whole lot of, true home games. In the South and the West, as that is fouled off, high school baseball season is basically the same length as the college baseball season. Around here, you're lucky if you get a 20-game regular season in high school anyways. And in college, you're playing a lot of your, regular season games neutral site. Was that ball 4 already? All right, well, there you go. Way to make a first impression, Justin Bosland.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the shortstop, number 11, Charlie Wall.
Battling back from 0-2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned, sorry, I know I'm not on
Yeah, no, it's fine.
5 for 5 on stolen bases.
10 for 10.
That's why the Huskies are so good.
Yeah.
Everybody runs, everybody's safe. That's part of their DNA.
Former Blue Sox Jeff Costello played for Northeastern, too. There's a throw down to second, and there is the speed on full display. Right on cue, speaking it into existence, are we?
It's the stride length. If only it was that simple.
Not like, Randy Johnson finger rolling the ball up to the plate. Here. Walsh over for 2 with 2 Ks, and Johnson Green's going to spin back towards second and look Bosland back. A balk has been called. So that'll move Bosland over to third. 1-0 the count. And Walsh with a chance to extend the lead further. Corner infielders, whole infield comes in fact, and the count will be 1-1. Still just 2 hits so far for the Blue Sox, but they are leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. There's 3 more defensive outs to get for their 3rd consecutive win, but Walsh comes up empty on a high one there, and it is 1 and 2. And it looks like A.J. Lisco is in the on-deck circle right now, where Ben Leonard would be due up next. And, well, yeah. Welcome to LHS. You get it back here behind plate, you get it on the field. All these mosquitoes. It's not quite Jabba Chamberlain, the 2007 ALDS territory with the midges, but it's an issue. Again, this whole campus and really everything in Massachusetts inside 128 is a peat bog. So. Two and 2. Bosland at third after turning an 0-2 0-2 count into a walk and stealing second and getting to third on a balk. And that is up and away, 3-2. Let Walsh on. He'll at least set up the double play possibility with a pinch hitter in the on-deck circle right now. 3-2. Outside ball 4. So back-to-back walks. And we're 1 strike away from being at bases empty, 2 down.
Pinch hitting for the Blue Sox, number 34, A.J. Lisco.
So here's A.J. Lisco, as we mentioned, to pinch hit for Ben Leonard. Pickoff attempt over at first, but Walsh is back standing without a tag as the ball nearly got away from Clapes, but was able to save it from rolling for a long time. So Leonard finishes his night 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. And here's Lisco. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike and uncontested. Into second base goes Charlie Walsh. Well, that takes the double play out of the equation. Count is 0-1. With 2 runners in scoring position now for Lisco, who takes outside for ball 1, 1-1. Lisco, 154 batting average with no extra base hits, but 2 RBIs pop up behind us. Well, here's another 2-strike count for Johnson Green. Oh, wait. Huh? I got it? Huh? Wow.
The right fielder, number 46, David Van der Zowen.
A play like that, I'm inclined to look behind. I was like, oh, he got it. Sorry, folks. Van der Zowen fouls that one off for strike. It has been a week, truth be told, even without any Blue Sox games. All right. We're okay. Van der Zowen hit by a pitch, walked, scored 2 runs. Now he's behind 0-2. I'm all right. Deep breaths. Bosland at third and Walsh at second for Van der Zowen. And he comes up empty for strike 3, and that retires the side. So once again, the Blue Sox leave a couple of runners, unable to push anyone across to extend this lead. 3-0. It's still within reach here for the Braves. Closing time for the Blue Sox, up 3-0 going to the top of the 7th.
Staying in the game and playing first base, number 34, A.J. Lisco. Entering the game at third, number 4, Dylan Walsh. Leading us off the shortstop, number 34, Ryan Lush.
So Lisco stays in the game. He's now at first base. Dylan Walsh enters the lineup at third base after Boslin's walk and steal in his first Blue Sox plate appearance. It looks like Mitch McCabe is now in left. As we are in the top of the seventh of a 3-0 ball game. And Ryan Lush leading things off, top of the third of the order, due up for the Braves here. Lush, Moynihan, and Richards. Lush is the only hit so far for the Braves. He might have another one here. Oh, a nice diving stop at second, on to first, not in time. So fine effort by Jimenez, sliding up the middle to try and cut that one off, but another base hit for Ryan Lush. So that breaks up a string of 6 consecutive retired by O'Rourke, and 8 consecutive, in fact, retired by Blue Sox pitching altogether. That moves the tying run into the on-deck circle for the Braves. That is up and in for ball 1 to Terrence Moynihan. Moynihan with a ground out to the pitcher his first time up, and then reached on a fielder's choice and was caught stealing last time. Throw back to first, and back safely is Lush. Lush is 8 for 8 in stolen base attempts this season. The Braves as a team are 41 out of 43. That'll be fouled off. That'll even the count at 1 to Terrence Moynihan. Up and away, 2-1. Teams are even in the hit column right now at 2. Grounder got underneath O'Rourke's glove and into center field for a base hit, and on to third goes Lush. So runners at the corners, nobody out to begin the bottom of the 7th, and the tying run will come to the plate in the person of Mike Richards.
The center fielder, number 24, Mike Richards.
So Moynihan's now 1 for 3. The Braves are actually now out hitting the Blue Sox. And Richards with a chance to tie this game with one swing of the bat. He'll bring one home anyways with another base hit into center field. In to score is Lush. It is 3-1. 3 consecutive singles to begin the top of the 7th. The Braves down to their final 3 outs. So the tying run is now at first, and the go-ahead run is now at the plate in the person of Stephen Walsh. Walsh takes strike 1. O'Rourke had retired the first 6 he faced, including 5 in a row by way of the K, but now 3 consecutive base hits. Brought home the Braves' first run of the ball game. A little flare into foul territory. Oh, it nicked off the first baseman Lisco's glove, but it was in foul territory, so no chance for advancement by the runners there, and it'll be 0-2. Fine effort, certainly, by Lisco, but have to imagine that Moynihan would be tempted to try and tag for third if he did somehow haul that one in. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Huge first out there for the Blue Sox, and strikeout number 6 for O'Rourke. Sometimes just not your day. Stephen Walsh, nice member of the Yawkey League 400 hit club. Robbed of one, a 5.63 put out his first time up, then swings and misses at a high fastball there with the tying run at first base. It is 0-1 to Brendan Kelly, who was 0 for 2 with a pop-up to third and a strikeout swinging. That's on the outside corner for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And just the time he needed them. Back-to-back 3-pitch strikeouts for O'Rourke. And it'll be up to Theo Sox to try and keep this game alive. Again, with the tying run at first, and Sox himself represents the go-ahead run. Inside corner, strike 1. Boy, that run, those 3 hits, rattled O'Rourke's cage, woke him up better than any mound visit could have. Does he have one more in him here to preserve the win? Moynihan at third and Richards, Moynihan at second rather, and Richards at first. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the ball game is over.
Tonight's final score, your Lexington Blue Sox 3, the Brighton Braves 1.
Ryan O'Rourke with the 3-inning save, getting 8 strikeouts in the process. The Blue Sox improve to 9-3-1. The Braves fall to 9-8. The win goes to Matt Draper. He maintains his perfect record at 5-0. Doesn't get to let me just make sure this 1, 2, 3. Yeah, only 4 strikeouts this time, not 7. 1 hit allowed, no walks and no runs. Ryan O'Rourke in the save in 3 innings with 8 Ks, 3 hits, and 1 run allowed. The Braves end up out-hitting the Blue Sox 4-2. But the Blue Sox get the one stat that matters, the dub. 3-1 your final. David Vanderzowen 0 for 2 with a walk, a hit by pitch, a steal, and 2 runs. Nick Anderson 1 for 3 with a double. Julian Alvarez 0 for 1 with 2 walks, a run, and a ribby. Mitch McCabe 1 for 3 with a single. Jake Zawatsky with the sac fly RBI and an error. And yeah, the only hits in that game, Anderson's double and McCabe's single. And Zawatsky driving in what proves to be the eventual game-winning run, and Vanderzowen scoring an insurance run on a wild pitch in the 5th. So yeah, another 2-run game for the Blue Sox. 3 consecutive wins now for the Blue Sox, all by 2 runs. For all those, these are games you got to win if you're going to be a championship team. And after some struggles the last couple of years by the Blue Sox, and they're got a great team that is returning to form, and we'll see if they can keep it rolling. Again, 4 games in 4 days, 1 down, number 2 tomorrow night at Maplewood against the Stoneham Sabres. Thanks for watching this presentation of Lexington Blue Sox Baseball here on the Blue Sox Baseball Network on YouTube. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, support the ICL and the Blue Sox on the web, Facebook, Instagram, the Burb app, intercityleaguebaseball.com. Subscribe to this here YouTube channel. We'll see you folks tomorrow night at Maplewood for the Blue Sox and the Stoneham Sabres. Once again, the final score from center field at Lexington High School, Lexington, Mass. It is Lexington Blue Sox 3 and the Brighton Braves 1. For all my righty friends here at LHS, my name is Sam Feely. Thanks for tuning in. Love you, Katrina. Party hard, Caitlin.